Hi, I'm Meredith Curtis.
Hi, I'm Marla.
And
What?
I'm Madeline.
Sorry, guys.
So, anyway, we are on quarantine and, here in Florida, and we're practicing staying at home and keeping distance. And so that is kind of challenging for someone who's a people person. And I can't hug people. And, anyway, I miss all my friends. And it is kind of strange being home because I think, well, is life just going to continue to be this way? It can kind of feel weird. And today I had to drive my husband to drop his car off to be fixed. And I was on the roads, and the roads were so light with traffic, which was great, but kind of sad at the same time. So some of these thoughts just go through my mind like, okay, is the economy going to bounce back after this? And some things like that.
And I work, and so I work at one of the theme parks, and of course right now they're all shut down, which is good that they're shut down, but that means no work for me, which seems great at the first week, and then week 3 it's starting to get really stressful because you think about it's hard to be in the moment right now because all I'm thinking about is going back to work and how much work there is and how nobody knew that we were leaving, so nobody knew to tell people, and especially for me, I have vendors that I talk to and stuff, so are they gonna know? Are they also on quarantine? There's just so many questions, and I think sometimes it can get overwhelming. And I know this week I found myself starting to think more and becoming more stressed out and overwhelmed and fearful of just, am I going to get the coronavirus? Just different things. And I think as time goes on, those are the things that can start to weigh on you, I guess. So, Madeline, what's your experience?
With me, I work at a music school, and so because it's such close contact, I can't work with students anymore. So it's been hard not having that much of an income. And I also have a college class that's now online, and it's a pretty hard class. And it being online is making it harder. So it's been really tricky to just work with trusting the Lord with finances and with the class. But
So I'm sure that you're facing your own challenges too. And something I think is really important to remember is that nothing passes into our life without it passing through the hand of God. We belong to Him. He loves us. We're His. And something to really think about is that this is our time. This is our time to press into God. This is our time to get deeper into the Word. This is our time to worship Him more fully, to cry out for revival, to pray for those who don't know the Lord. Because seriously, like my friend Laura and I were talking today, if we have 3 things that can happen to us. Either we don't get the coronavirus, or we do get it and it's a light case, or we get it and we die. If we die, we're with the Lord. So we're kind of in a win-win-win. But the truth is that most people that we know aren't. And we really need to pray right now for souls. And we really need to cry out to God, because I believe He wants to bring revival through this. I believe that He brings good out of every bad thing, even something as terrible as this.
And I know for me, especially with kind of coming up against the fear and the worry that I started feeling this week, and just the stress of work and not working when we are going to be able to work. Sorry, the connection keeps going out. But is in those moments, it's taught me how to press into the Lord and how to, in that moment, stop and remember the Word of God, and remember that He's the one who calmed the seas, and He's the one who brought peace in situations that seemed so overwhelming and so just that there was no way out. And this kind of feels like one of those situations, and we can see that it feels like it's not going to stop, but we know that it is. But right now it doesn't feel like it. And so we can trust in this moment that the Lord can bring peace, and He can bring you comfort, And a lot of times I can turn to worship, because when I fix my eyes, like for me, fixing my eyes on the Lord, especially in worship, is really what calms me down and reminds me of truth and reminds me of that. So we actually, do you want to share, or because we're going to sing a song as well, so do you want to share anything about?
Yeah, I'll just share one thing. This morning I was praying and I felt like a strong longing in my heart that was from the Lord's heart, for his people to just spend time with him. And I know that sounds really simple, but I feel like this is a really special and precious time that we all can use to tune our hearts to the Lord and to turn our attention and our focus back on him. And he's just longing for intimacy with us, and he is the bridegroom and we are his bride. And I feel like, at least for me in this time, the Lord wants me to be in this place of receiving his love and then responding to his love. And so I'm grateful for this extra time to be able to do that. And then
And it is really cool, because this is also a time that all of those things that you've said you didn't have time to get to, you can get to them. And one of them, especially with being creative, and especially for those who love to worship or write music, like this is such an awesome time to be able to do that. And I know that Madelynn has written a lot of songs, and Meredith has written songs in the past, and just being able to,
And you.
Yes, and I've written songs. And so this is a time where we can pour our heart out to the Lord and see what he does with it, and who knows. And so we're going to sing a song of just a little bit of worship with you guys right now. And it's the song Waymaker, and we're going to do the chorus to it. And just change this to the chorus. But just to encourage you guys, and just to remind you to come back to the Lord and to worship. You know what I mean?
And remember, Jesus is the way maker.
Yes.
And even when we can't see him, he is moving, and he does long for your heart, like Madelynn said, because we are so precious to him. And the most important thing about our life is our relationship with him. He's for us. He always loves us. And we need to let other people know that he is the way maker. He is the healer. He is the provider. God bless you.
'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop.
Thank y'all so much. God bless you, and press into the Lord.